What's up, Today, I'm going to tell you why Ilia Topuria is going to be a problem to UFC, not the solution. Stay tuned. First of all, thank you so much everybody that is new coming to my channel. I made a video with MMA Guru. The interview is over here on the card and was a lot of numbers. Thank you so much. I was very happy. And let's boost up the algorithm, my friends. So click the like button, share, comment, all that stuff. Another thing is I have a merch. I'm gonna leave the merch on the first comment pin. So take a look. It's a great t-shirt. It's a crazy t-shirt. I like it. I bought myself 3. What you waiting, my brother? And today I'm not home. I'm traveling, so I'm doing the video by the cell phone and put that shit together, Iago, the editor. Thank you so much. So if you are following the channel for a long time, you know that I was Ilia Topuria fan since the Ryan Hall fight. Why? Because back in the day, nobody was giving Topuria attention, and the way he fought was very impressive because how jiu-jitsu guy, very skillful on the ground, but Topuria just destroyed him. And after that, fighter after fighter, I was calling Topuria favorite, a huge favorite. You can watch on my channel. I remember against Bryce Mitchell, I tell, man, he's going to destroy. He's not gonna even be close, and it wasn't. And against Josh Emmett, there was a very simple thought process on that. What is the thought process? Josh Emmett, he has heavy hands, but boxing wise, striking wise, he's not the best. He doesn't move the head. He's too short, you know. So he's a powerful puncher, and that's it. And Topuria, in the other hand, has a flow boxing, you know. He fights like a boxer. Wide stance, you know, very good hands, flowing. Topuria is a good striker. Topuria is a good grappler. Topuria is good on the ground, on the jiu-jitsu. But my problem with Topuria was the building up for the fight. You know, I think he's too cocky right now. I think he's too confident. I saw him on the UFC PI last week, and his team, they are very, 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 very confident on the victory. They are so confident that Topuria put on his Instagram, UFC champion, undefeated. And my problem with that is he's fighting Volkanovski. And let's see the resume of both. One side we're going to put Topuria, another side we're going to put Volk. Volkanovski is a beast. He fought the best. He dared to be great. Why I'm saying that? Because he not only stepped up to fight Islam with a full training camp, and he did great, defend the takedowns, knock Islam down, but then he fought Islam in less than a week notice in Abu Dhabi. From what he said from this podcast, he was saying that he was drinking every day, and I don't doubt him. He doesn't have anything to prove, so why would he lie on the internet? I think Volkanovski was really enjoying life, drinking and partying, and I think a lot of people are misled by the interview that Volkanovski gave after the fight with Islam. Of course, he was hurt. He just got knocked out, and they put him on a mic, and he was looking hurt. That's true. He was saying that he was not in a good state. But after the fight, I think Volkanovski got his shit together, and he's training. I'm pretty sure he's training for his toughest test so far. I still think Ilia Topuria is good, but he's too young. You know, I think he thinks he's going to run through Volkanovski, but Volkanovski is good in every aspect of the game also. Maybe his boxing is not as good as Topuria, but he has power, he got a good chin, his wrestling and his jiu-jitsu are amazing. If you guys remember him fighting Brian Ortega, defending the submissions, never giving up, he fighting Aldo. You can say Volkanovski is too old, and we're going to get in there, but I think MMA is changing. We're seeing many more fighters fighting until the older age, and I think that's going to be a huge factor because Volkanovski, he didn't take too much damage on his career, still young, trains every day, good training camp, and he's a legend. And I guess we're going to see. Another thing that is telling me that something is wrong is the way Ilia Topuria is building up the fight, you know, because I think do you remember when McGregor used to believe in himself so much and then he knocked out Aldo? I think that's going to be the same thing in his mind, but not on the fight. Because if you remember Jose Aldo when he fought McGregor, he was mad. McGregor was talking shit. McGregor always was like, he always liked to counter, and he talked so much that Aldo was not good mentally, and he was trying just to knock McGregor out on the first, and then McGregor took advantage, and the rest is history. But from what Topuria is posting and from what Volkanovski is posting, I don't think Volkanovski has the same mentality as Aldo at the time, because Topuria is telling that he is already the champion, posting on Instagram, saying he wants to fight McGregor, and I'm going to get there because that's terrible for the UFC. But let's talk about Volkanovski and Ilia Topuria fight first, the build up. So he's telling all that shit, and Volkanovski, you know what he did? He made a video saying he's too old, and I think that was one of the smartest videos that I ever seen. That shit was so good produced, like he looks like a movie star. Volkanovski could be on the like Evil Twins or in any comedian like Will Ferrell movie, right? This comedian movie, very good stuff, and it was just funny and was make fun of Topuria. And in the other hand, we have Topuria taking himself too serious, and the other hand, we have Volkanovski, a champion, a true legend of the sport, joking with the situation. And I still think Topuria is not gonna beat Volkanovski. The level of disrespect of the odds they are even, my brother. They are even. So I would never bet against Volkanovski in the 145. Doesn't matter his age. He's not that old. And another thing that I want to say is, even if Topuria beats Volkanovski, that's not going to be good to the UFC, because Topuria, first of all, he already said that the challenges like Brian Ortega, Max Holloway, can you imagine the audacity to say he's not gonna fight Max Holloway? Max Holloway is the greatest featherweight of all times, and Topuria say that he's not gonna fight these guys. So he's not even champion, and he is calling the shots. I think you could be champion, but again, that's not up to you, that's up to the UFC, and you cannot deny a title shot to Max Holloway, and that means that you're going to try to stop the division, you know? Because another thing is you saying that you want to fight McGregor. You don't even have your belt, and even if you beat Volkanovski, you're not gonna defend your belt and fight McGregor, and that's the problem with UFC. Everybody is like holding up the division, trying to be double champ, trying to get double champ status, or even trying to get big fights, and they forget about the title. This is entertainment, but this is sport too, and everybody is talking about Ilia Topuria, even guys like Sean O'Malley. And let's be honest, he's not beating Islam Makhachev. You know, Volkanovski was not the man to do it, and Ilia Topuria is not gonna be the man to do it. So he has a huge test. Volkanovski is very well-rounded, and that's not gonna be that easy fight that he thinks. So I don't know. I think that's not gonna be a McGregor and Aldo situation. I think Volkanovski is training to derail the hype train of Ilia Topuria. What do you think about that? Do you think Ilia Topuria has what it takes to beat Volkanovski, even though Volkanovski is one of the best ever? Solid 45, huge fight against Islam, took the fight on short notice against Islam Makhachev on Abu Dhabi. The guy is solid. I think a lot of people are discrediting him because his last fight, but I think he's going to show up and beat Ilia Topuria, and that's my opinion. Thank you so much if you watch the video so far, and let's grow up the channel, mother. Merch on the pinned description. See you soon. Os